2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball. I'm watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Spurs in San Antonio. Well, for San Antonio, these guys are in the doldrums, a real tough stretch with only one win to show for their last 9 games. Tonight, we get to watch DeMar DeRozan, one of the more prolific scorers in the game, and Shaq, he's doing it without being a major three-point threat.
MRA is always interesting when a guy is getting it done in different ways. MRA stands for mid-range assassin, in case you know. Okay. And excellent on that shot.
Well, he draws the defenders off the double team. His dribble penetration is great.
What?
Hey,
come on. You're doing so many D's and B's there, man. I can't understand.
Well, I just
So what's he doing?
He's drawing double teams. And
how's
when he
his
does
dribble
that,
penetration for DeMar DeRozan?
Oh, you almost
I almost bobbled
lost
that one
it
too.
Yeah,
I almost bobbled the dribble.
The dribble penetration by DeMar DeRozan. That's pretty impressive. That's why I was trying to get it all out.
Yeah. You know a guy who never has any trouble getting any of those words out?
Who are you talking about?
Kevin Harlan.
Kevin
Harlan.
Oh,
y'all got me again.
Yeah,
I forgot who you were
forgetting about Kevin Harlan. Yeah.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. And it's been home cooking for the Spurs in the midst of a homestand here in San Antonio. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
Such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo, the style of play, keep your identity. They were able to do that here.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan grew up in California, and he idolized Kobe Bryant. Now, DeRozan says, Kobe was my favorite player. I watched everything he did, practiced almost all his moves, and DeRozan has become a multiple-time All-Star. Kevin?
Well, D.A., you can see that influence. Great stuff. Thanks for the report. And we see it so often, Brent. A good team gets up for a big game, and they win. And then they fall down with their performance and lose to an inferior club the very next game.
Interesting point, because last year we saw this so much with the eventual champion Golden State Warriors, where they just seemed to be disillusioned with some of the competition on a given night, playing down to their competition. So if I was a coach in this league, I would use them as an example that even the best team in the business struggles with this, and you have to find a way out of it. We're not the Warriors. We want to be the Warriors. So we got to break out of this funk a lot quicker, and this cannot be part of our identity as we move forward.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So the Bulls 5 right now. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. And down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. And it's Porter at the small forward position. The first free throw is good. One constant for the San Antonio Spurs, the ability to protect the rim.
Well, they do it on 2 levels. You have guys moving their feet. They get in great position defensively. And then you have 6 straight years where the Spurs have been top 10 in block shots. I think that would surprise a lot of people.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Outside, Porter. Markkanen kicks to Carter. 6 to shoot, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. Clock at 4. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Brent, for as long as Coach Popovich has been at the top of this game, what really is there left to say?
I don't think there's much more you say on a professional level, but there's a lot to be said about the compassion and the things that Pop has done on a personal level for years behind the scenes, championing guys on his staff, supporting not only current players but former players on his team. The interesting thing for Pop the last couple of years is just how outspoken he's been in terms of the equality, not just around the NBA, but around our nation, and some of the statements he's made that have garnered a lot of political attention. Greg Popovich not afraid to express some of the things that maybe deep down we all believe in.
And Porter drops them both. DeRozan with it. From 13, Markkanen pulls it in. Now here's Dunn. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. Levine against Walker. Murray outside. Kicks it to Aldridge. DeRozan against Porter. Just 5 to shoot. For the 3. And it's DeRozan missing. Levine against Walker. Here's Porter. Nice D from Aldridge.
Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Here's DeRozan. He can't hit that time. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Yeah, it was almost robotic, Greg, in this one. They filtered out all the noise and came in razor-sharp precision on the offensive end.
Nice shot by Pirtle.
What muscle from Pirtle, bullying the D with his interior game.
The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Dunn passes to Carter. Right side, Porter. From the arc, drills the three-pointer. Porter's got 5 now.
You've got just enough separation to let that one fly. So comfortable from long range.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
And really, Pirtle is a very forceful player. When he's near the rim, the D better watch out for the slam.
Now here's Levine. Really played well against Orlando in his last outing. To the middle, tipped away. Here's Porter. And Pirtle pulls it down. San Antonio trailing here. To the middle, here's DeRozan. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
That's tipped.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Here's DeRozan. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Here's Dunn. And the 3 off target. Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to the Clippers. Here's Walker. Bank shot, no good.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Kick out to Levine. The 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Not a shot the coaches are going to draw up often for him, and he makes it with the defense closing in.
Murray surveying the D. Levine against Walker. Here's Aldridge. From 8 feet away, he drops it in.
So difficult to defend Aldridge inside. He can go around you or shoot over you, pretty much whatever he wants to do.
Dunn kicks to Levine. Marking in against Aldridge. Lets it go from 11. Back to Levine. Shot clock at 5. Rejected by Walker. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And finished off by DeRozan.
Quickly up court with the basketball, delivered a perfect strike.
And last summer, after 9 terrific seasons in Toronto, DeMar DeRozan traded to San Antonio.
And guys, you have to feel for the sudden change for DeRozan. Gave Toronto some of their best years. At the same time, happy that DeRozan has gone to an organization that has proven success over the years.
One shot.
And that free throw good from DeRozan.
And with DeRozan getting traded, he said he felt backstabbed by Raptors management after they said he wouldn't be traded. At the end of the day, people will do what's best for their own position, whether they're a GM or a player. But you better believe they'll love DeRozan in Toronto forever, no matter what jersey he wears.
No good from Selden. San Antonio leading. And here is Bellinelli. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Bertans kicks to Bellinelli. Ball's knocked loose.
You combine his massive size and then his desire to pound the glass, it makes him a tough cover on the board.
Here's Valentine. Second chance shot, and it's Lopez laying it in. Lopez has got his first basket.
Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
Mills passes to Bertans. Gay right side. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Levine kicks to Felicio. Here's Selden. Bellinelli is covering. In the corner, Valentine with it. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on DeRozan. Denzel Valentine, another tough, high IQ player, Greg, out of Michigan State.
Yeah, 4-year player for the Spartans. He knows how to play the game of basketball and has the versatility to impact the game in a variety of ways.
And he makes the first. There are a lot of guys that can just blow right by you. They turn on the jets and they're as quick as a hiccup. And there are some guys with that quick first step that they're a blur.
I love watching Damian Lillard in Portland when it is that he has one of those, most of the games he has it going, but one of those games where he's really got it going, and the way that he can get around a pick and get into the hoop. Damian Lillard, explosive. Put Kyrie Irving, put John Wall's blazing speed on that list. And sometimes Goran Dragic, the way he weasels into a lane, and I mean that in a good way, finishing off.
No, I like that word. It's a good word.
He's fantastic. So we have tremendous explosive point guards who get the job done.
Now here's Valentine. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's Blakeney. Good on the bucket.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Here is Forbes. 9 points last game out. Pass to Bertans. Off target with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Valentine. Here's Blakeney. And too long on the shot. And it's Mills with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Trailing by 2. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
No other way to put it. Defense was awful. Completely uninspired at that end of the floor.
Yeah, scanning the box score here, and you could just see the turnover differential failing to cause any sort of mistakes. And then on the offensive end, just a lack of focus.
No good on that one. No luck that time either.
Yeah, Rudy Gay not really the focal point of an offense at this stage of his career, and really benefited for coming in off the bench and playing minutes against a lot of teams' secondary units who didn't have guys capable of guarding him. So he got a lot more efficient, became a bench scorer that was very valuable for a Spurs team that sometimes struggled offensively.
And the Spurs with possession. The Bulls getting the bucket. Here's Blakeney, covered by Mills, and the shot goes in. And it's a 6-point Bulls lead.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And Brent with Gay, even as his athleticism slips, he still is a handful to deal with on the floor.
Yeah, well, you think that the experience then, Kevin, starts to pay off. He's got length and he's got wingspan, so if he's in the right position, he can still impact plays in a variety of ways. So if it's not on offense, he can use that defense to be in the right spot.
Can they get it? The shot goes in, first of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
A terrific movement off of the dead ball situation and a great play to get the bucket.
Pass to Blakeney. The 3. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Mills looking it over. Gay outside. Shoots from the block and off the glass. That one's good. Gay's got his second basket.
Impressive handle by Rudy Gay. Don't often see that out of the 6'8" slender forward.
Out to the right wing. There's the 3. And the basket by Blakeney. Blakeney's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Bulls.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
10,000 hours of practice at work here, blocking out all distractions and just shooting your shot.
Felicio. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Felicio's got his first bucket of the night. Spurs trail by 10. The 3 from Mills. Rebound by the Bulls.
Man, it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
To the inside. There's Selden. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Bulls lead by 12.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Mills with it. Now guarded by Valentine. Shots good by Mills.
Like the execution on the floater there, Patty Mills is adept at measuring those difficult shots.
Now here's Valentine. T right on him. Blakeney passes to Lopez. And the foul on Wayne Selden. That is his first foul of the game. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Patty Mills. The Bulls also changing it up. Lowry Marketing comes in for Felicio. And it's done in for Wayne Selden. Spurs trail by 10. There's 1:40 left in the first quarter. And Forbes kicks to Bellinelli. Now the feed to Aldridge. Makes it off the glass. Aldridge has got it back down to single digits for San Antonio.
It's an underrated strength of LaMarcus Aldridge, able to power in the shot even when being fouled.
Passes it to Markkanen. Shoot from the right block. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds in this game. It's stolen, and here's the fast break, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
A moment now to see the numbers for Dunn. 9th in steals, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Here's Gay. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Rudy Gay, Greg, has always been a fantastic scorer since he came into the NBA.
And Gay doesn't do as much scoring as he once did, but he has become more efficient. Doesn't have plays ran for him, gets looks through his instinct. And as he's gotten older, Gay has become even more crafty with how he scores.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Capable of playing either forward, the versatility that Gay has, important in today's league for him to stay around.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Bertines, and Walker subbed in for Bellinelli. Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Denzel Valentine. Chicago leading by 6. Dunn passes to Markkanen. Here's Blakeney. And the pass to Dunn. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Chris Dunn taken 5th overall back in 2016. Didn't break through in his rookie season with the Wolves. He's getting more opportunity here in Chicago.
First one falls for him.
And one area of concern for Dunn, hitting his free throws with consistency, because he has the temperament to draw fouls.
San Antonio making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Good on both. 36 seconds left to play in the first quarter. He kicks it to Poeltl. Puts it up from 15. No good off the back of the rim. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They're leading by 8. Pass to Blakeney. On the wing, Porter over Gay. And again, Chicago. No good. And so it's the Chicago Bulls in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And the three-point shot has been big for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. DeMar DeRozan last season opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact on others.
A lot of people ashamed to talk about it. Even myself, for a long period of time, people wonder why I was such a quiet guy, and that was part of it, not wanting to speak out about it, not wanting other people to know exactly what I was going through. But you get to a certain age where you feel like it's all about helping others. It's not about you just being a selfish person about the things you're going through, other people going through stuff as well.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue, Kevin Love following his lead, to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Looking at what we've seen for the Bulls, what do you guys think?
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense, and this has them out to a big lead after one.
DeRozan and Aldridge, the talented forward duo. Then there's Murray. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Walker in at the 2 guard. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. The Spurs shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
A free throw drop for DeRozan. Brent, we're seeing a number of superstars sign shorter contracts with early opt-outs. Why have we seen that trend?
Well, I think in some of those cases, the players are knowing that the opportunity for a larger cap in the successive years, they want the opportunity to maximize their earning potential. So seeing a Kevin Durant or a LeBron James sign a 1-year deal or a 1+1, it gives them the opportunity to cash in a year later for the type of contract that they deserve, the maximum contract allowable.
Now here's Levine. Carter inside the three-point line. DeRozan with the rebound.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Walker's shot is off. Chicago leading by 8. Dunn kicks to Carter. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
Well, collectively, they've done it tonight here. A passionate performance from the squad.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs got through some tension in their relationship early on. Now, Greg Popovich said, it became apparent that it really was me. He'd been in the league for 9 years. I'm not going to turn him into some other player. That was just silly. So we took care of it, and he's been fantastic. Guys?
That's why Pop is the best in the business, DA. He's always going to figure it out. Thanks. Here's Dunn after the made shot from Wendell Carter. Pulls it from 20. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Dunn's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bulls. DeRozan against Porter. And DeRozan kicks to Pirtle. Pass to Murray. Spurs passing it around. To the inside. The kick out to Walker. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Aldridge. Shades over Markkanen. That misses off the backboard.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Won't happen much.
Dunn outside. Porter in the corner. Off target from three-point range. Spurs trail by 12. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
DeRozan surveying the D. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, there are good fouls, and then there's those fouls. That's not a good one. Limits himself on defense, and he can't nearly be as physical for the rest of the period.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
And how about we check out the group of rookies with the best percentages from the charity stripe this season? 5th is Wendell Carter.
And really, he needs to continue getting to the free throw line as much as possible because he's pretty deadly once he gets there.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Inside, stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from DeRozan.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
No doubt that last season was the best year LaMarcus has had, not just as a Spur, but maybe ever. Numbers across the board, both offensively and defensively, carrying and shouldering the load without Kawhi Leonard for just about all the season. It's pretty impressive stuff.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers now for Walker. His last 10 games, he's right around 9 points a night, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's putting in the effort, and you can see him getting better with time.
So many little things that you have to learn to grow as a player. He's just going through a bit of that process right now.
And for Aldridge last year, Brent, a far cry from when he asked to be traded, but then had a sit-down with Greg Popovich, and that seemed to straighten things out.
Yeah, there was some frustrations for him, and the only way as a player you're going to have clarity is to sit down with your coach and hash it out, and Pop was more than willing to do that and reset some things for LaMarcus Aldridge, and they figured out a way to get through it, and it seems like whatever that clarity was, it worked out best for both parties.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. 15-point game. Kicks to Pirtle, to the paint. Over Markkanen. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist from Pirtle. 6 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
That's where Aldridge burns defenses repeatedly. His mid-range game is so advanced and so polished, evidenced by that shot there.
Now here is Carter. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando. There's the pass to Markkanen. On the wing, Levine. 5 on the clock. Off target with the open look.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first.
That one good for 2. Aldridge has got 8.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Chicago leading by 11. Dunn kicks to Carter. On the wing, Levine. Dunn outside. Shoots it up. A rebound by the Spurs. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And a wide open look for Walker. And a miss there on the triple. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The kick out to Porter. Down low. And then Carter with the dunk.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Left side, Levine. Pass to Dunn. And here is Markkanen. Carter outside. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 10.
Yeah, it's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And Lauri Markkanen, a 7-footer who can really let it fly. At Arizona, the most 3-pointers ever by a 7-footer in a single season.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Robin Lopez is checked in for Carter. Felicio comes in for Markkanen. Selden's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's Denzel Valentine in for Chris Dunn. And Markkanen also setting records for 3-pointers made by a rookie grade.
A quick release, the ball comes off his hands so effortlessly. He's more than a stretch big as well. I think he's a shooter who just happens to be 7 feet tall.
The Bulls leading by 16. Valentine shot good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Mills. He kicks it to Gay. Here's Bertans for three. It's good from long range. Bertans got 5.
Love to see it when he pulls up from the outside. A big guy with tremendous range is a prized commodity in today's NBA.
Levine, the bounce pass. Pass to Valentine. Bulls moving the ball around. Passes it to Selden. Here's Felicio. He's covered by Gay. Felicio with the bucket. Spurs trail by 17. Here is Forbes. No points in the game yet for him. Nobody near Gay. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
Adept at converting at the mid-range. Rudy Gay, when he gets room to shoot, he's not going to think about it 2 times.
Here's Selden, covered by Mills. Levine kicks to Lopez. 5 to shoot. Here's Selden. That one a little long. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And Zach Levine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And stolen by Valentine.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
Levine can't hit.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Wasted no time on that one. Bellinelli's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Bulls. They led by as many as 18 points. Selden kicks to Levine. Trying to get open is Lopez. Levine, good. Levine's got 7 points in the game.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Wednesday, they'll begin a long road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic.
And for the matchup with the Rockets, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And the first one at the line is good. The Bulls making a switch here. Blakeney's checked in. Both good from the line that time. Spurs trail by 16. Now Mills. The three. The shot, no good. And the Bulls going the other way now. Here's Blakeney. The rebound by the Spurs.
Looked a little bit forced. No reason for it either. The defense was not even in the frame.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Bellinelli's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, he's had bad first quarters before and has dug himself out. Here's another one tonight.
Blakeney passes to Selden. Levine inside the three-point line. Money from the wing. Levine's got 9.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Now here's Mills. Defense is right there. Now the pass to Bertans. The three-pointer is right on target. Bertans got a pair of triples in the second now for San Antonio. The Bulls leading by 13. Blakeney kicks to Valentine. Pass to Levine. Here's Selden, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. San Antonio the foul. Bulls have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First free throw is good.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for the Spurs. Both good from the line that time. Spurs trail by 15. 1:46 left in the first half. Here is Forbes. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 6 to shoot. Shot from the wing. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
First 3 of the quarter and 3rd overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
Now here's Gay. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. And that one drops for him.
That's too easy. A player of Rudy Gay's scoring prowess, he's salivating on shots like that.
Here's Blakeney. It's a 16-point game. On the wing, Levine. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Valentine. The offensive rebound. Over to the left wing. Selden. A 3-pointer, no good. San Antonio's gotten half their shots from 3-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. From deep, Gay. Rebounded by Blakeney. Chicago leading by 16. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
And you want to talk about high volume scores. Just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so we conclude the first half. Bulls out front. They lead by 14. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They lead by 14. Kenny, what did you see from them?
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession, so critical to the tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've got a great rhythm, as smart and as safe as they're playing. They made it clear they're not going to beat themselves today.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was a fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You got to like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So for Chicago right now, and down low, it's Markkanen and Carter. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. Count it. Walker's got the first bucket of the third here for San Antonio.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
They certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. D.A., thank you. Now Walker after Zach LaVine missed from long range.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
For San Antonio, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. And that free throw good from DeRozan. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. On the wing, Levine. Dunn against Murray. Dunn dishes to Carter. Back to Dunn. And stolen by Murray. And again, San Antonio running the court in transition. Shot's good by Walker.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
Right wing. Markkanen passes to Carter. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Walker against Levine. Outside DeRozan. Just 3 to shoot over Porter. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to just 3 in the basket from DeMar DeRozan.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You take a look at the Celtics. And not a surprise really to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And of course Chicago just need to take it a game at a time.
And looking at Chicago, this season has definitely qualified as a success for them. Their failures were well documented a year ago, and this year the ups clearly outweigh the downs.
Well, there was no way you were going to limbo under the bar that was set for them coming into this season so low. Just about anything other than a last place finish would have been considered a success. It's just terrific that they've gotten themselves into playoff contention.
Here's Murray after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Kicks to DeRozan. That shot no good. Nice D from Porter.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Pass to Levine. Looking to get it going. He lays it in. Now it's a 7-point Bulls lead.
The mindset right now is pretty strong. Superb at staying aggressive and right now stringing some plays together.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Zach LaVine, a high riser, the two-time dunk contest champ, making his return from that ACL surgery. He can be an explosive scorer.
And with this break, let's bring up the list of the dominant rookie rebounders in the NBA this season. Wendell Carter, third.
And you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him. We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
And from everything you hear, LaVine is a big-time gym rat, Greg.
Yeah, you know, I think he's very dedicated to reaching his full potential. And with his shooting and athleticism, I think he's a great fit in today's game in terms of offense.
DeRozan's shot is good.
How about this run they're in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
The aggressiveness has picked up on both sides of the floor, and I'm not sure what took them so long to muster that, but here we are. The human aspect of basketball. You cannot fault the shot selection. He had a clean look. You just can't make them all.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Got a hand on it.
And how about marketing, using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
Murray against Dunn. It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Walker. Finished off the break. Now just a 1-point Chicago lead.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Dunn looking over the floor. Markkanen against Aldridge. Dunn passes to Porter. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. 10 points for Otto Porter Jr.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters fishing with dynamite.
Here's DeRozan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. They'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Wednesday, they'll tip off a homestand, starting with the Brooklyn Nets.
And for their matchup with the Magic, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
That's good from DeRozan. The Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in. DeMar DeRozan hits them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Now here's Dunn, covered by Mills. Markkanen kicks to Dunn. On the wing, LaVine. And he drops in the layup off the glass. LaVine's got 4 points this quarter.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Passes to Purtle. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Markkanen. 3-on-3. LaVine wide open. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. And it's a 6-point Chicago lead. For San Antonio, they've gone 7-9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
That's good passing down low. He's good at working the ball deep into the post.
Spurs shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. And stolen by Dunn. And Levine throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here is Pirtle. Walker looking for an opening. The pass to Aldridge. Shoots over Markkanen. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, the jump shot that Aldridge has is pretty pure. A dynamite shooter.
Walker against Levine. Shoots over Walker. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound in this one. Levine against Walker. Stolen by Levine. And oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Jakob Pirtle.
All the officials are all over that one.
2.
Bulls have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Bertanis, he's checked in for Jakob Pirtle. Gay comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Walker. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Patty Mills. Carter hits them both. Well, we know that Dr. James Naismith came up with the idea when he was teaching at the YMCA. But as far as skill development, Brent, some feel that maybe in the skill category that the USA has fallen behind a little bit. Do you agree?
I think what the United States is doing on that level between your late grade school years and AAU programs in particular and your high school years, that they're trying to address this issue and get ahead of it a little bit. For years, there was a 10-year or 15-year gap about European players being schooled and being in institutions where they were basically young professionals from the age of 12 to 14 having school and basketball and being at a facility for just those things specifically. The last few years, there's been a lot of concern with players being more adept and more skilled here in the States. The change is coming.
And here are the Bulls now after the basket by San Antonio and the basket by Blakeney. Here is Forbes. Tipped away. Here's Levine. And again, Chicago turns it over.
And here's a look at the stats for Valentine. His last 10 games, he's averaging 6 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
Aldridge, and it's San Antonio with another.
Well, he can play high post, low post, can stretch you out to 3. Really no limits to what Aldridge can do offensively.
Levine passes to Blakeney. Aldridge with some nice D.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
And stolen by Aldridge. And the call will be against Robin Lopez. That is his first foul of the game. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Chicago also making a switch. Selden's checked in. Spurs trail by 8. Here is Forbes. He kicks it to Gay. Puts it up from 12. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Carter's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Valentine passes to Selden. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Selden's got 8 points. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Bertans. Gay against Carter. Carter with the block. Here's Blakeney. 13 points in the game. Selden kicks to Valentine. Back to Selden. Clock at 6. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Cunningham, he's checked in for the Spurs. Derek White comes in for Brent Forbes. Here's Arcidiacono. To the middle, Lopez. Count it. He's got 6.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Guys, hard enough to win in this league, but when you continue to hurt yourself because of miscues, makes it all the more difficult.
A different look now for San Antonio. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Cunningham, and it's DeJounte Murray in for Derek White. Valentine with it. He's got 6. Hutchison passes to Valentine. And Markkanen with the basket on the assist by Valentine. Markkanen's got his 2nd basket of the game. Spurs trail by 14. Murray kicks to Bertans. Knocked loose. It's DeRozan top of the key. Right through the D for the layup. DeRozan's got 23 points.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
1:24 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Hutchison passes to Lopez. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Valentine. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Valentine's got 8.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
1:07 left in the 3rd. And San Antonio shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. The first free throw is good. Chris Dunn's checked in for Chicago. And so Murray nails both of them. 1:02 left to play in the 3rd. Dunn outside. Down low. Here's Lopez. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Robin Lopez, one of those dirty work type of big men, rebounding, defending, a lot of grit, setting screens. He does it all.
Yeah, unselfish. He does know his role. It just makes things easier for his teammates. Has his quirks, but has proven to be a great teammate.
1 shot.
And that one misses. Spurs trail by 14. Here's DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists now tonight.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Dunn. It's good from about 19 feet. Dunn's got 9.
What about the concentration of Dunn nailing the shot right in the D's face?
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's DeRozan missing. The Bulls leading by 14. Here's Selden. Rebound by Murray.
Look, everyone wants to be part of a highlight play, but when you miss on completing it, it's pretty embarrassing, just like we saw there. You know, we talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Dunn kicks to Valentine. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Chicago, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Right back after this break. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
But don't stop the aggressiveness. You got shots, let them fly.
And that's the thing about Greg Popovich. As long as you're taking good shots, he doesn't want you to hesitate, doesn't want you to stop.
Well, and the offense is designed to create opportunities. So if you pass up the opportunity, you're kind of defeating the whole purpose of the exercise.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Rudy Gay. He's out there with DeRozan. And it's Bertinason at the 5 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Kicks it out to Markkanen. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. Down by 12. And that one, good.
And defensively, neither side able to get many stops.
Well, it's one of those nights where if a team down the stretch can get 1 or 2 stops, they may win it.
Dunn attacking.
I have to admire how Dunn draws these fouls. Just a master at fooling whoever is on.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Pirtle, he is checked in for the Spurs. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Spurs trail by 12. Murray, the pass to Walker. Kicks it to Pirtle. Murray outside. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Shot clock at 6. And DeRozan kicks to Pirtle. Murray for 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Bulls leading by 12. Now, here's Dunn. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Lopez left side. Back to Porter. Takes the three. Rebounded by the Spurs. Gay's got 6 rebounds here tonight. DeRozan with it. Now guarded by Dunn. DeRozan passes to Pirtle. And DeRozan kicks to Murray. Rebound by the Bulls.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. So Dunn will go to the free throw line. That one on Jakob Pirtle. San Antonio making a switch here. Mills is checked in.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. Spurs trail by 14.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Chicago has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Hits the three-point bomb.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Truer words never spoken. Breakdown on the perimeter, D, and the communication severely lacking there.
Now here's Mills. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And Porter, here we go.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Rudy Gay. And the Bulls making a change also. Levine's checked in for Selden. And Porter drops them both. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Poked away, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn. San Antonio with the ball. 19-point game. Aldridge kicks to Mills. Back to Aldridge. Just 5 on the clock.
And how about Markkanen just locking in on his man defensively? That 7-foot frame with his lateral movement, it can be intimidating. He's got to continue to work on that end to get better.
Levine for 3. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Markkanen on the double team. Here's Pirtle. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. The Bulls leading by 19. Porter with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Here's Markkanen, and he banks in the layup. Markkanen's got 9 points here in the second half.
And Markkanen continuing to improve inside. I mean, utilizing his height. D has a tough time matching up with somebody with his skill set.
And it goes down 2 points.
Well, that's some good O there. Always like to see them getting those interior looks.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Pass to Levine. Over Aldridge. And that one goes long.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 14 points for Walker.
You can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. Like to see his guys step up a little more.
Now here's Levine. Passes it to Dunn. Fires for three. He can't get it to go. And the Spurs going the other way now. Here's Walker. Kept alive. Pirtle. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And Pirtle is always a threat to come away with offensive rebounds thanks to his amazing timing, especially when the D fails to box him out.
To the paint, stolen by Walker. Here's Mills. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 3 assists now in this one. Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk things over. Try to stop what's been a brutal run.
Yeah, he's got to use every device at his disposal at this point, and I think he wants to give other guys a breather right now.
Carter, he's checked in for Robin Lopez. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jim Boylan was going over with his team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Evan?
Levine can't hit. Here are the Spurs with the ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Here's Walker. Here's Aldridge. Rebound by the Bulls. Markkanen's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Porter. And the Bulls with another miss. Spurs trail by 12. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Now here's Mills. Not a lot of room. The pass to Pirtle. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. DeRozan's got 14 points here in the second half. The Bulls leading by 10. Done outside. On the wing, Levine. He can't get it to go. Aldridge with some nice D.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Shots good by Walker.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Now here's Levine. He kicks it to Carter. Back to Levine. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He's off on the first. DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for the Spurs. And the second free throw, good. And here's DeRozan. Porter with the steal. Shoots over DeRozan. And that one's good by Porter. And the Bulls lead by 10.
And they just refuse to go away and really have slowly worked themselves back into the game.
Pass to Pirtle. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. That's 10 points for Jakob Pirtle.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's Levine, and the jam by Levine.
And this is why defensively you can't afford to let Levine get to the rim. Too much explosiveness.
Murray against Dunn. Right side, DeRozan. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. DeRozan's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
Finally got themselves in the trenches. Momentum completely shifted now. We've got a tight one here in the final period.
Out to Carter, beyond the arc. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
You could see some miscommunication on the defensive end of the floor that time. No excuse for letting a player get that good a look on that possession.
And here they go. Pull-up jumper. San Antonio with the rebound. Aldridge has got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Pirtle. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
They've done very, very well in transition. The problems have come in other areas, which is why they're trailing.
Now here's Levine. Back to Dunn. Carter inside the three-point line. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Carter's got 19 points.
And the height Dunn possesses is what allows him to see the floor so well. So good at setting up his guys for quality shots.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Knocks it loose. And so it's San Antonio with it. And Levine comes to help. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two.
And here are the Bulls now. Chicago leading by 11.
Yeah, and that's number 5. One more, and he is going to be done for the day.
Two shots.
First free throw is good. Bulls making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. Spurs trail by 13. San Antonio calls timeout.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Zach LaVine.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
He took charge tonight, and it was just that type of breakout performance they needed. As they try to shake out of the slump they've been in, they'll be hoping he has more nights in him just like this one. Porter against DeRozan, and it's Otto Porter with the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him. Here's DeRozan. Kicks it to Murray. 5 on the clock. Back to DeRozan. From deep. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Porter. The Bulls leading by 13. Here's Dunn. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Here's Pirtle. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. 14 points for Jakob Pirtle.
Buckets coming in bunches right now. He is just being big time.
And it's Dunn penetrating. Lets it go from 14. Lopez, no luck. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's foul number 2 for him. Spurs trail by 13. Murray kicks to DeRozan. And another basket for San Antonio.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Feeds it to Dunn. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Lopez passes to Dunn. Levine against Walker. And Levine, here we go. And Levine throws it down.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Trailing by 13. Here's Pirtle. Lopez with the block.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Bulls.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Zach LaVine.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Bertanis, he's checked in for Pirtle. Cunningham comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Bellinelli in for Walker. Chicago also making some changes. Felicio's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Wayne Zeldin comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And it's Denzel Valentine in for Chris Dunn. Free throw good, Murray. 54 seconds left to play here in the fourth. LaVine finds Lopez. LaVine with it. It's stolen by DeRozan. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Murray with the ball. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And finally hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
A different look now for San Antonio. Bryn Forbes comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for Murray.
One shot behind the lanes.
There's 37 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Zeldin. Fires the three. The shot by Valentine, no good. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. San Antonio calls timeout.
Timeout.
They're trailing by 9. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to see. Fight all the way through, even to the bitter end.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Bellinelli kicks to Mills. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Blakeney. And so it's Chicago winning this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.